With the new all-time high for Bitcoin and Ethereum coming next week, a lot of you will be using Coinbase. Unfortunately, there is quite a few scam projects out there, or projects that you will need to avoid that might cost you big time. Today, you will figure out how to stay protected and how to understand if something you are buying has an enormous opportunity cost and keeping you away from your well-deserved tens of millions of dollars. Hi, I'm Stan. I made 7 figures this cycle already without holding any Bitcoin and Ethereum, and prepare to hear nothing but the truth. First project is XRP with a market cap of $30 billion, a budget of a smaller country, taking the place of 7th largest cryptocurrency ever created by man. It's very important to understand why it holds there, and it's very important to recognize cult-like communities in crypto. This skill will help you to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, because cult-like communities just hold and don't sell, letting others dump on them. Each of the 4 tokens I will be sharing will have a certain lesson behind them that should significantly increase your success chance in this market. Make sure to watch this video till the end. XRP is an older project from many cycles ago. We have the price chart for XRP since 2013. It's layer 1 solution. They have a lot of buzz going on around them with SEC lawsuits and things like that. I remember all of them in the last cycle. I remember all of them and all the buzz going on around XRP in the peak of the last cycle. Unfortunately, following the chart of XRP, this is the classic chart of assets not being able to perform to the previous all-time highs in the new cycles. This is what 99% of coins from the previous cycles are actually showing, and this is why it's very risky and a huge opportunity cost to actually buying these assets and holding these assets. One of the largest mistakes that costed me millions of dollars this cycle already was DCAing into the projects of the previous cycle in the bear market. If I would only took my time to research, if I would only DCA into projects of this cycle, into the new projects, I would be doing way better. But I was buying projects of the previous cycle, and I want you and I want to protect you from holding this and from buying this as well. Probably it will be showing some numbers, probably it will go up, because essentially with additional inflows into the market, everything just goes up because people are looking to rotate, get a 2x there, multiply that by 2x, multiply that by 3x, and this is type of game that everyone is playing. Currently, we can see that XRP is heavily underperforming the market, and it still has only 55% of supply in circulation, and it still has 55% of supply in circulation. So there is certain dilution to get introduced into this thing over time as well. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a great buy and I don't think it's a great hold. If you're looking to underperform the market safely, you can be buying and holding XRP. If not, you are just better off buying Bitcoin or Ethereum at this stage. Most likely Ethereum. You can also buy Solana, but Solana is a bit harder because I think in the bear market it will be doing not so great. We see that the highs were at 1.7 bucks, and at the lows of the bear market we were at 0.3. So it went down 6x. Still a huge downside if you were buying the exact top. And a lot of people, unfortunately, most inexperienced people, were buying the exact top. I don't think it's a scam, although there are some things going on that the team is dumping and just supporting this cult, making sure that people are holding, and it's a very nice type of cult. But at the same time, you do have to understand the opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is enormous in crypto. You always have to ask yourself, why you're holding certain coins, what is your opportunity cost, and whether or not you're actually losing somewhere else. What is the second project, you might ask? The second project that was teasing smart contract as the core functionality through the whole last cycle, with a proper cult leader and staking functionalities implemented, making sure people are back holding the most. Stay tuned to understand how to figure out these type of setups yourself. They make a crypto coin successful and help you capitalize on it. If you want to receive content on how the market really is set up and how it really works, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and put the bell notifications on. Some of this content is time sensitive. I'm obviously talking about Cardano. If we would check out the chart of the whole thing, we can see that it's also an older project from the cycle of 2017. And what Cardano was actually able to achieve is outperform in the previous cycle, the cycle of 2017-2018, which is very, very interesting. Unfortunately, currently, it heavily underperforms. Following my research, following everything I know about the project, speaking to different people in the industry, there are no large catalysts at this stage, because of which Cardano should be outperforming shortly. Cardano is also using quite interesting development language called Haskell that definitely adds a benchmark to enter into the whole development ecosystem for engineers. And in crypto, when we are investing into certain projects, we do have to understand that we have to follow engineering activities in the first place. And if the devs are deving in the ecosystem, that can actually tell us that ecosystem and the token of the ecosystem will most likely be surging up in price. But we are specifically checking out Cardano from the investment point of view today. It's very interesting how Cardano is actually set up in the first place. It has a charismatic founder, Charles Hoskinson, a guy who is developing Ethereum along with Vitalik Buterin. And he is doing live streams still to this day. We can see that 4 days ago he had a live stream, 10 days ago he had a live stream. He's talking to his audience, he's talking to his investors, and I would say that his work is one of the main things of why this token is still holding and why people are holding this thing in the first place. Because as soon as they're buying into it, they're probably buying for a reason. They're probably buying because someone like Cardano holder, Cardano ambassador actually told them about it. They are getting into this cult of a backholder. Did you know that largest percentage of time a person is holding a token in crypto market is actually Cardano? It's the best cult in this market, actually able to persuade people the most to hold their bags and to stick to their tokens. It's not only done through cult-like cult leader, it's also done through the staking mechanisms. Staking on Cardano is something that you will hear a lot about. This is pure DeFi. You can just buy Cardano, you can stake, you can be making 8%, 16%. This is something that actually keeps people holding the token. And when you're investing into crypto, when you're assessing the quality of certain projects, you need to look at these things as well. Because if you have a cult-like leader who is constantly telling his audience about the project, persuading them, he's vocal, he's active, and he's the person who is easy to follow as the leader of the cult. When you also have a cult of people who just believe in the ecosystem, they're only in the ecosystem, they think is the best, they don't listen to anyone else, and if on top of that you have staking mechanisms implemented that help people to provide them with a vision that, oh, I'm holding and I'm making money, I need to stake and things like that. These are very, very interesting 3 components that you need to focus on. You need to understand when making a decision on investing in crypto. Because from my point of view, staking and DeFi does not make sense in this market. You will be making way more from the delta if you just buy low and you sell high. And with this type of communities, when you're buying in, you will understand that the selling pressure will definitely be lower because the cult is definitely there. This one is not straightforward, and you might be in shock hearing me calling this a scam. But I believe in opportunity cost. I believe if something does not allow you to make money in crypto, it might be a scam. Opportunity cost is the main lesson here. If you want to figure out how to make sure you're not holding under performance, and to actually change your portfolio into tokens that perform nicely and provide you with returns, make sure to watch till the end. Let me know in the comments if you actually agree with my picks. It would be very, very interesting to debate. And the token number 3 is ICP. ICP has a very, very interesting chart. Interesting thing is that it launched with $50 billion market cap, and it was just going down from there because market cap and fully diluted valuation were just crazy. People were saying straight away at the end of the last cycle that this is a retail honeypot. This is just a trap to get retail and rob them out of their money. And there are some people investing into ICP currently seeing that, oh, we are at $13 at this stage. If it will go to the previous all-time highs to $428, I would be doing so well. But unfortunately, it won't be going back to these numbers because the amount of tokens in circulation was different, because the market cap was different as well. It's definitely an altcoin that was performing slightly from the depths of the bear market. So I think it was as low as $3, at highs it went to $18, so a 6x from a larger altcoin is definitely very nice. The issues I have with ICP is the product market fit and the fact how it would actually be able to replace Amazon Web Services and get implemented on the market as a decentralized alternative to this in the first place. Of all the list of tokens that I'm showing in this video, I think that this one actually has the highest chance of performing in this cycle. I do think it's actually quite nice altcoin from the point of view of the market cap. It definitely have a bit of the cult-like community as well, mostly engineers, tech people who like to use these things, and I'm hearing things here and there about the ecosystem of ICP, about the things that are being built there, and about the fact that market still does not focus a lot of attention on the ICP in the first place. Here I'm just saying that the way it was structured initially sounds like a scam. It's just a honeypot to rob retail in the first place. Right now we have backholders, maybe some people who are buying in the exact lows of like $3 at the bottom of the bear market, but I can definitely tell you there is not a lot of them. But at the same time, following the fact that it pumped 6x from the lows of the bear market to $18 at the first initial movement in the bull, definitely helps us to understand that it should be moving forward. It should be surging up. So I expect this thing to outperform to a certain extent. Just the way it was structured initially doesn't rhyme well with me. Last but not least, not obvious as well, the founder bought huge $50 million mansion, dumping on his retail investors, most likely. And there is an important lesson on the projects with equal market cap and fully diluted valuation, with teams that are rich already, that don't have a lot of incentives to work hard on their projects at this stage. Maybe this is one of the most important ones. Want to figure this out? Watch till the end. I'm talking about Lido, staking protocol on Ethereum. We have a very interesting chart here. We can see that it's pretty much at the same levels. It's going up and it instantly gets sold on. Up, sold on, up, sold on, up, sold on, up, sold on. Who is selling? Maybe the founder who is buying $50 million mansions on the money of his retail investors, right? The thing that I want to share here is the fact that we have the market cap of 1.8 billion and fully diluted market cap at 2 billion. This was a pretty successful project through the last cycle as well. It's fairly successful still because it definitely have a lot of users, a lot of TVL too. But what we have to understand is what is the incentive for people who are in this project to pump the price of the token moving forward. There is not a lot of fully diluted valuation moving forward. This chart looks like someone was constantly dumping through each and every pump that this project was actually showing. And to be honest with you, these pumps, they look a bit manipulated as well. Just straight up, with no corrections, just straight up, dump, straight up, dump, straight like, it's actually quite funny to see this chart in the first place. And we also have to understand human psychology. We also have to know that once a human being is already satisfied with the amount of money that he's making, with the amount of money that he actually has, it might be quite hard to continue working on the projects that they need to push at this stage, all the projects that actually made them rich. This is why I'm saying that projects with crazy ratio in terms of the current market cap and fully diluted valuation, they most likely will be showing something this cycle because teams who are working on them, they are not rich. VCs who invested into them, they're looking to take profits on these things. They're looking to use this money to open up a marketing machine and marketing campaigns in the first place. And I would rather bet on a team of proper professionals that's not rich than on someone who made hundreds of millions of dollars last cycle and does not have any incentive at this stage to continue working hard at this thing at this stage already. Bear in mind that this video is very interesting because I'm only telling you about things. Bear in mind that today I shared with you something very interesting because I'm only telling about these things from investment point of view, from pure human psychology point of view, from chart point of view. I'm not going deep into technology, into research, into what these projects are doing currently. We have to understand core pillars of why these things were able to be successful at a certain extent and what will essentially await them moving forward as well. I hope you understood the lessons about current market cap and high fully diluted valuation, about codes, about code-like communities, about staking mechanisms implemented, and how projects achieve an army of backholders that are just holding their tokens and not selling ever, whilst the teams and the founders of the projects unfortunately are dumping on them. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.